It's good to see you anyway. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Good afternoon, Saturdays with my Keisha, and of course, I am your host. And I am here with Family Court Judge Derwin. Hello, we meet again.
I'm happy to be here because you were gracious enough to have me on when I first came aboard as a family court judge, one of my first interviews. So thank you for allowing me to come back.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know why you keep putting up with me. It has been a while.
It has been a little while.
So how long have you been family court judge?
I'm actually starting my 7th year this year. Actually next month, we're starting my 7th year.
So how long ago was it when I interviewed you then?
You interviewed me within the first week of me getting the appointment. So it's been almost 7 years.
Wow, congratulations. Look at you. That just flew by. I did not know it was that long.
It's been a good reign. I've had a lot of cases. I've had 2 elections since we've actually first started talking. Obviously won them both. But I enjoy my job. I tell people all the time, if I was independently wealthy, I'd do this job for free. It's the greatest opportunity to be able to serve other people and put something above myself. So this is the greatest chance to get back to a community that has always embraced me when I was a former student athlete. And now it gives me a chance to just go out and help people the way they need to be helped.
Yeah, because you, if you don't know, so you play for U of L, you're a captain your senior year.
Correct.
And so you're already well known and loved. And all that good stuff.
I don't know about all that. A few people know me, and a few people may like me, but with this job, some people do like you. Some people would rather you not be in the position you're in.
Yeah, look, yeah. Well, you are 7 years now. Yay.
Right.
So how does that? How did it feel? I know it flew by for you.
It's great. I never could have imagined being in a position like this, even though I've always wanted to be an attorney all my life. I remember when I was in 2nd grade telling my class I was going to be a judge one day. I remember everybody laughing at me at that time. But
that's crazy.
But the progress, going to college, then to law school, I'm the first person in my family to graduate from college. First person obviously to go to law school. So I feel like I am carrying my family with me. Anytime I go into a courtroom, think about my grandfather, my father, who always supported me and wanted me to be in this position, do something special, do something different. So it's just a feeling that I can't really explain, because I couldn't imagine me being in the position to be able to help people like I am right now.
And for as long as it's been,
well,
7 years already.
Almost 7. Well, it'll be 7 years next month. Starting my 7th year. But I don't have another election until 2030, so unless I just do something crazy or something happens, I'm going to be here until 2030. I have no plans to go anywhere else. I have no plans to do anything different. People asked me at one time, is this a stepping stone to something else? It's not. I enjoy my job every day. I know when I wake up every day, I have a chance to help someone. When I go to sleep, I know that I did, and I wake up the next morning knowing I have the opportunity to do it all over again.
To do it again.
So it's nothing like it.
And you're working with the babies, the families.
People don't understand what a family court judge does. For me, on Mondays I have my paternity docket. After that, I do motional, and I do circuit cases. After that, listen to some other cases. On Tuesdays, I listen to emergency protective orders and decide if I want to give a domestic violence order after that. Later in that afternoon, I'm one of the presiding judges over Family Recovery Court, so I have a special report that I'm over as well. On Thursdays, I have dependency, neglect, and abuse cases, where I listen to those cases involving child abuse, physical abuse, educational neglect. And then on Wednesday and Friday, those days in between, I listen to all kinds of cases. So I can have a divorce case, I can have a custody case. There's so many different things that would maybe put on my docket, but we're different from regular district court judges or general circuit court judges, because with those 2 courts, those 2 jurisdictions, they have juries to help them decide. As a family court judge, every decision that comes out of that courtroom comes from you. And it's a heavy burden, it's a great responsibility, but I would not change it for anything else.
I never thought about that part.
Yeah, every decision comes in, where every problem that needs to be resolved is resolved by you. So that's one of the reasons why people always question, especially in the family bar, do you really want to be a judge? Because you have to have those responsibilities. It's a great responsibility, but with great power comes great responsibility. I know that I have the power to change people's lives. You get up and you know that the decision you make is going to affect someone one way or the other. You don't know if it's going to be just for that person. It could be that person. It could be that family. It could be for generations to come. One of my favorite shows that I used to listen to all the time was a show called This Is Us. And they
I cry every episode.
on one particular episode, there was a group of judges, actually two judges, and those judges at the very end of the show asked the question that resonated with me. They asked the question, did you do any good today? The answer was always, I don't know. Because even though I make a decision, I don't know if it's the right decision all the time, because it may be the right decision for that time period, right then and there. But when you are possibly separating a family from one another, you're granted a divorce for someone. It may be the right decision right then, but you don't know what kind of reverberations that has with other family members, down the line. So it's a tough job, but like I said, I love it.
Those are big life decisions.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, so I was going to ask, what do you dislike about it? What seems to be a struggle? Because it can't all be perfect.
Well,
I guess you kind of just said that actually.
Well, honestly, the one thing that I love, I hate at the same time. I love making decisions that help people, but at the same time, it's tough to make that decision, because I know that the decision I have to make is because either someone would not or could not make the decision. Sometimes it's not as easy. Sometimes it's obvious. Whatever decision it is, sometimes it can be just so obvious. Granting custody to somebody because someone else can't do it or won't do it. Those things are obvious. But when it's something that you're not there every day, and you're getting information from maybe a set of attorneys, maybe a prosecutor, maybe a social worker, they're bringing you the information. I tell people all the time, I make the best decisions when I have the best information. So a lot of times I can't be on the ground. I can't be right in front of those people to see what has happened to bring them to court. But if I get the best information, I guess I can try to go to sleep well at night knowing that I made the best decision based upon the best information I was given to.
What advice would you give somebody else wanting to become a judge? Especially our little black boys or men.
Think about something else. No, honestly, the best thing.
But not to cut you off, we have so many black judges right now.
Yeah, we do.
Here in Louisville, so I am very surprised by that. I would love to interview every single one of you all. So I do want to point that out.
Well, let me say this. I appreciate
more women than men.
Well, there are a lot more women than men in a judge's seat, period. For example, in district court, there are 17 district court judges. There's one male judge in district court. And in family court, we have 10 judges. There are 2 male judges. I forgot how many general circuit court judges. Well, I know there are 13 general circuit court judges, and I would guess there are no more than 5 men on that. I believe as far as male judges, male black judges, there's me, and there is Judge Brian. It's just 2 of us.
Now, I know you were the first black male judge appointed in family court, is that correct?
First one elected in family court throughout the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Wow.
So
Talk about a legacy. You're the first to go to college.
Yeah.
First to go to law school.
Not first to go, first one to finish.
First one to finish.
First one to finish.
Finish. And first to be elected as a family court judge.
Yeah.
Wow. First black male.
I really don't think about it, to be honest.
I know you don't. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm
Every
here
once in a
for.
while someone will bring it up, but I would say this. I know that there have been many people before me that opened the door for this to be a possibility. A lot of people gave me the strength and the support that I needed to be where I am right now. Believe me, I wanted to be a judge for a long time, but it just wasn't in the cards. Now that I am, I want to make sure that those are little black boys that you were just talking about,
Yeah.
that they have a role model, someone that they can look to, someone that can actually open the door for them. And I'm hoping that when I leave, there'll be other people that look like me that are in this position that can make decisions for people that look like us.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Just thank you. Because I do know you have to go. Of course, you're super busy. That's why I'm so surprised you spent time with me, but I appreciate it. But before you go, I wanted to talk about your show. Because you do interviews yourself.
I do.
You haven't asked me, but that's okay.
Well, you're on the list.
See, that's my way.
You're on the list.
I cheated. But no, so it's called Perspective.
Right. Perspectives with Derwin Webb.
Perspectives with Derwin Webb.
Yes.
To see me, I would have put Perspectives with Judge Derwin Webb. But I got you. So, how long have you been doing that?
We've been doing the show since the pandemic.
Oh, so about 2 years.
About 2 years.
Okay.
A guy named Fred Reynolds, who was a videographer.
Yes.
Fred's my guy. We have been friends for more than 20 years. And when the pandemic came, we just decided we were going to do something that would pique people's interest. And so we created the show. And we've been going pretty strong for about 2 years now. We've had a lot of different guests on. We've had different celebrities, local leaders. We've had Terry Lewis from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Oh.
We've had people that have been in the NBA, NFL. We had someone from executive office for the NFL. We've had local leaders like former mayor Jerry Abramson's been on the show. We've had Darnell Ferguson, super chef's been on the show.
I just had him on the show.
I saw
Super late.
I saw that. We've had some politicians on the show as well as some judges that are now Supreme Court judges, justices. So we try to mix up the show. We didn't want to put it be in a box where we only had like only judges on the show or only politicians or only sports people. We wanted to have a variety of people come on the show to give their perspective about various things that are going on not only in our community but across the country as well. So hoping that it continues to grow and hopefully we'll have a group of people that will support us as we go like you have.
Yes. So, so I was going to say, when you first started, I remember, you know how you just kind of see things in the wind. I thought it was about sports. I guess I just assumed. So, but you talk about all type of different topics, and that's what I like, and not putting yourself in a box.
Yeah.
So, but I bet there is a lot of sports talk still.
Yeah, we take our stab at a few things, but we wanted to have a way to raise awareness to different issues.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we had someone that came on to talk about issues regarding mental health. We had someone talk about that. When the pandemic was at its peak, we had a doctor come on to talk about COVID boosters, and what was going to be needed to stay healthy and safe. So we do a lot of different things. We have people who talk about very serious matters. We have people and we just chop it up. I had some of my teammates on at one time talk about life as a U of L basketball player, what they did during college, what they're doing now,
Right.
and how they're making a difference in their respective communities. So it's just a way for me to kind of relax and put some things out there and let them give their perspective and talk about things that are important to them and our communities.
And it's nice to get to know our judge on a different level. Besides just seeing him in his coat, banging the what is that called?
The gavel.
The gavel.
I get out there a little bit, but
You do. You were just speaking at an event. Don't mean to cut you off. You were just speaking at an event at the Ali Center.
Basketball and brotherhood.
Basketball and brotherhood.
Mhm.
So.
That was great because it gave me a chance to talk to my hero, my mentor, people like Wade Houston. This guy named Eddie Whitehead. Both of those two gentlemen, along with Sam Smith, broke the color barrier for basketball at the University of Louisville, which paved the door for people like Darryl Griffith, Donovan Mitchell, and eventually me to be a part of the program. Valerie Combs broke the color barrier for women on the basketball team in the 70s as well. So it was good to be able to be a part of that program and be around history and icons and the trailblazers for the university.
And then is that the first one? That was the first one. When are they going to do it again? We'll have to see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll have to
coming
see.
out on KAT soon.
But I was going to say, so there's going to be footage coming out on KET.
Right.
Right. Okay. And now, you don't know when that's going to come
I
out
have no
yet?
idea what's coming.
So we have to like stay tuned.
I guess they'll tell me, and when I find out, I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. Okay, and then before we go, I just want to point out Perspective with Derwin Webb comes out on Mondays.
Right.
And now,
we tape on Thursdays at the Fraser Museum usually, but we air the show on Mondays.
nice. And now we can watch that on YouTube.
You watch it on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel, Perspectives with Derwin Webb. There's a Facebook page, Perspectives with Derwin Webb on there, and we also on Instagram, Matter of Perspective on that page.
Okay. Was there anything you wanted to say before you go?
No, actually, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and be able to talk about things that are important to me. Like I said before, I love my job. It is the greatest job I could ever have. This community is great. It's always supported me. I want to do my best to make Louisville the best it can possibly be. I always tell kids, I want you to be the best representations of yourself. And if we can do that, if I can be a part of that in any small way to help Louisville be the best it can possibly be, that's all I can ask for. And I think I have served and want to continue to serve in this capacity.
Well, thank you for letting me catch up with you. It's been a while. I didn't know it had been that long though.
It's okay, it's okay.
So, yay!
You had other important people to get to. Thanks for letting me come in because I know somebody probably can't, so that's why you got me.
Well, thank you again. I appreciate you. And before we go, I do want to let you know the voting for the Bob Awards has started. So you can cast your vote at bobawards.com. That's BOBE awards.com. That's the Black Home Business and Excellence Awards. And make sure that you check out the Underground Loop. So the Underground Loop is a weekly newsletter that goes out every single week. And this, the Bob Awards is on the issue of the cover for this week. And you can go to the undergroundloop.com and subscribe for free. It'll come to your email. And make sure you cast your votes for the Bob Awards. And thank you.
Go Cards.
Thank you. Go Cards. Let's end it with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Sunday, Monday,